Coming up, is the vice president good friends with a zombie? How many green burglaries will happen Saturday night? And will the president's limo be renamed? Very sad news. Former Congressman Gabby Giffords has passed.
Whoa,
You may
whoa,
recall-
she hasn't passed.
She's still alive?
Oh yes.
Oh, thank heavens. Oh, wow. Then why the hell is Joe Biden saying she's dead?
I have no idea.
Think about what happened out in where Gabby Gifford, my good friend, was shot and mortally wounded. Think about when that young man had to try to change the clip.
Mortally wounded? That means dead. Does Joe know that? Or could it be that Joe was just being dramatic in order to push an anti-gun agenda? That would kind of explain it, don't you think? The Senate, by the way, dropped their assault weapon part of their bill, which may also explain why Charlie Rangel was being dramatic.
We're talking about millions of kids dying, being shot down by assault weapons.
Poor little thing. Charlie gets so worked up, so emotional. Millions of people killed by guns every year. Well, the actual numbers are about 8,500 people killed every year by guns. But Charlie's not real good with numbers, as evident by his tax returns and the obvious omissions he's made. Charlie, also, more people are killed by falls every year. So unless you're planning on banning falls, not a whole lot you can do to save people.
We're talking about handguns where it's easier in the inner cities to get these guns than to get computers.
Yes, excellent idea, Charlie. Please, ban computers. They are way too dangerous. It's epidemic. Every year, globally, 431 million people are the victims of computer crimes. It costs us about $388 billion in lost revenue and ways to deal with those computer crimes. So I can only imagine in the future Charlie will introduce a bill that will, of course, require background checks for computers, ask for a waiting period, as well as a ban on high-capacity hard drives and the closing of the electronic show loophole. I say no longer will we be intimidated by the Geek Squad. The Green Nuts are asking you to turn off all of your lights Saturday night as part of Earth Hour, or as I like to call it, Home Invasion Hour. The problem is they say this is going to help people save the planet. It's going to eliminate CO2 and bring awareness. The problem is this actually creates more CO2 because they shut down some of the power plants, and when they restart them back up, it causes more CO2. Plus, people don't sit in the dark. What do? They light candles. Candles cause a lot more CO2. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but they're still encouraging you to do it. Now, I like the planet right how it is. I like the environment balanced as we have it right now. So if they start offsetting me by reducing their carbon emissions, that's going to cause it to get out of balance. So I have to offset their offsets by turning on a bunch of lights. So please join me Saturday night and turn on your lights to offset their offsets. By the way, don't confuse Earth Hour with National Night Out, which comes up in August, where the progressives actually ask you to turn on your lights for safety, which would just counteract anything that we're doing now in March. It's only taken the president 4 years to make his first official trip to Israel. Don't you think he should have gotten there a little bit sooner if they really are very close friends? While there, the official presidential limousine known as the Beast broke down. The media reports were that they put the wrong type of gasoline in it. Secret Service said, no, it's just a mechanical failure. I think it was the wrong type of gas. I think because of the sequestration cuts, they were putting low test in. They should have been putting the premium in it. But with it breaking down like that, do you really think they should still call it the Beast? Is that really the best name? I have some better names, I think, for it. How about this? The Limousine Liberal. Michelle. Now you want to call it Michelle because, of course, it has that big trunk. How about Free Ride? Too Big to Fail. I Don't Care Force One. Mercedes-Benz. Or Mein Car! Mein Car! Where is Mein Car? News from PETA headquarters in Virginia. Apparently, they have euthanized almost 90% of the dogs and cats that they take in. Colonel Sanders said, "What up now, bitches?" Yeah, over the years, since 1998, they have euthanized over 29,000 pets, not saving very many of them, which leads me to believe the pets that go to PETA are like, oh, thank God we're saved, it's PETA. What? You're PETA, for Pete's sake. I guess they're going to have to change their name to People Euthanizing Thousands of Animals. Post office update. Remember a while ago, the post office said in order to save $2 billion a year, they had a plan to simply get rid of Saturday delivery. Well, Congress today attached a rider to a bill that said, no, you must deliver the mail 6 days a week. I guess it was the old fogies caucus in Congress that's responsible for that. So the post office, in a rare display of fiscal responsibility, comes up with a good plan, and then they rely on Congress, known for their fiscal responsibility, to make sure it goes through. That's not going to happen. Way to go, Congress. Have yourself a great day. Remember, the Doc Thompson Show is a Skip Lacombe, Jonah Falcon production. Good night, Steve Cannon, wherever you are. On Young. Now, you go home.